born here, but I feel like a tool. Middle finger to the world when they come for me. Just give me excuse to be who I wanna be. Niggas just on the beat, scared to tell the truth. And middle finger up to the council coaches too. Middle finger to the world when they come for me. Just give me excuse to be who I wanna be. Niggas just on the beat, scared to tell the truth. And middle finger up to the council coaches too. Middle finger to the world.
Welcome to episode number 66 of Me and My Big Mouth podcast. I am him, he, the host Tuck, and as always, I have a great show for you. I deny me because I love you. On today's show, we will be talking about denying ourselves because of our love for someone else. I deny me because I love you. One of the best forms of action when displaying your love. And honestly, I don't think it gets highlighted enough how much one denies themselves. So today, we're going to celebrate your sacrifice. But before I get into, there is something I must do, and that's allow my panel a chance to introduce themselves. So to my right.
Hi, I'm Jessica. You can follow me on Instagram at _Jess_Mache_.
What's up, everybody? I'm Jay. You can follow me on IG at JAI Falcon.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Raheem Cousin. You can follow me at Raheem Cousin Speaks on Instagram.
Hi, I'm Jess. You can follow me at Jenna Juicy on all platforms.
I deny me because I love you. Now, as a warning to my participants, have y'all had to talk with your partner or spouse before you came on this show? Because I'm pretty sure after the show, it's going to be some shit you got to talk about.
I'm good.
Yeah,
You're good?
I got a partner explaining to.
Well, you're going to be able to tell us past denials and sacrifices and enlighten us. But being that we're in this space of denying, I want to talk to the men in our struggles and the women that seem to can't understand.
Oh, gosh, I already know this going.
I want to ask you out there, why is it that a man with a cheating disorder
Jesus.
get with a woman and be faithful for a year and counting, don't get celebrated like the recovering addicts and alcoholics? We don't even get a token for the shit we do.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why is it that we don't get celebrated for being faithful?
Sorry.
because it's something you're supposed to do.
No,
There we go.
There we
go.
Okay.
No, it's all right. You might be right. I disagree. But I feel like if it was so easy and that's something you're supposed to do, you would have ran into a whole bunch of people that's encountered it. It's a whole bunch of women. I've heard him say it before. Introduce me to a woman that hasn't been cheated on before.
You ain't been cheating
I
before?
ain't never been cheated on.
that you know of.
You want me
No.
call this nigga and
Let's get the television.
Okay, he done got
He
me with
said
it
it like
that
that.
I know of, but that
That
I know of, I've never been cheated on. That I know of.
But that's good.
Look here, brother.
You in the 1%.
You need to write a book on how to fool the best of them.
That was good.
That boy is good. That was good. Because you said it with a little confidence. How long y'all date?
Well, 4 years, and then the other one was 6 years.
10.
Gee,
That's solid. That's solid.
solid what?
This solid run to cheating and not
I mean, not every man cheat though. Like,
Yeah, not every man
Not
cheat.
every man cheat.
But most of the
Yeah,
men I know
the ones in
in the
the
past have
ones in
cheated
the
in the
nursing
past.
home, deathbed. What other man don't cheat?
It's a lot of men that don't
Going with high
cheat.
blood pressure.
One that changed their ways.
One that
cheat
changed
anymore.
their ways. But think about it is, why ain't they celebrated the way we would see a recovering alcoholic. Because honestly, when a man see a man in a relationship for 25 years with a woman, and he said, yeah, man, I've been favoring my wife all my relationship. We as men deep inside saying, that nigga lying.
He lying.
Why don't women
But I don't-
respect the fact that we fight this demon?
Because in their mind, it's
Something
something
you're supposed to do.
you're supposed to do.
See,
but that's not.
that's a
we
cap.
haven't even been raised like that.
You know why? You think it's supposed to be easy for men?
I'm not saying it's easy for men, but men act like, okay, this is the thing. Men act
Let's talk
like
about it.
that women don't have challenges either. That women don't have
That's cool.
struggles either.
Yeah, you have.
You know, you gotta have self-control.
It's
No,
different.
it's different. Your fight ain't the same. Like some men women struggle to. So why ain't it that you can't control your emotions like a man if we all the same?
You can control your emotions. It takes work to control. You can.
So why do
as
they
women,
say
we can,
women-
but it take work.
Okay, so why do they say women are more emotional? If we're all the
The
same,
average woman.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. that's
If
what-
we're all the same, why are y'all considered more emotional? Why ain't y'all more logic?
Because we not a man. We a woman.
Exactly. So respect my struggle because I'm respecting yours.
they don't respect that. Shit.
Nah.
Huh?
They don't respect that.
And
shit.
see, and this is why I call cap on all you women out there that act like men, it should be easy. Deny yourself because you don't fight this monster that we fight. But it's funny that you say that it's that easy, but yet you weaponize sex. So how in one breath you say it's easy for a man, but you weaponize sex because you know it's a weapon to be used against a man. Amen?
Yeah, I agree with
Amen.
you on that.
Amen?
Hey, mom.
So either you know a man has a struggle that you can use against him, a
Right.
weakness.
Right. Because if he ain't care about it, you're like, I'll just give it to him.
Yeah, it wouldn't
matter.
It wouldn't matter.
Yeah, but I'm gonna
That's
take it
true.
away.
That's a good point.
How?
I mean, I wouldn't say necessarily like, use it as a weapon to say like, oh, I'll just give it to him. We're not going to put that two together now.
Yeah.
I'm saying if you I'm saying if you with the guy though. I'm saying. If
Oh,
you
I'm
with
about to
him.
say.
Not just a random.
Random
Yeah,
guy.
okay, okay.
I'm talking about like with your husband or your boyfriend. Or
I was a
who-
little confused. I was
Nah,
like, wait a
nah.
minute.
Not just throw it out there like some Halloween candy. Nah,
Okay.
Everybody get something. Stop.
Let me ask y'all a question. To be honest, like women, and it's kind of tough because y'all not getting what we're talking about. Because I always say this. I've said this several times. I've never seen a happily married woman cheat, but I have seen a happily married man cheat. We don't have the same fight. We don't have the same struggle. And because people don't respect what they don't go through.
Mm-mm.
Like people that go to the gym every day, they can't respect you and
For that,
your
huh?
struggle because you can't get there or you got
Right.
this, that, and the third. Even though what they're saying is right
Very true.
and what you're doing is wrong. It doesn't mean that your demons that you're fighting are just as more or less than the demons I'm fighting.
Right.
Because you might go to the gym, but you might be an alcoholic.
Right.
You might go to the gym, but you might be an abuser.
Right.
I don't have none of those problems. First of all, I'm too tired to even try to fight somebody. I can't get up.
I can't do that.
Okay, so question. Okay, with this cheating disorder.
Yes.
Okay.
That we all
Okay, this
Americans out there
cheating
suffering.
disorder. What do you all as men do to improve? Like I hear a lot of men say, oh, it's hard, not to cheat on my woman or whatever. But what are you doing? Are you putting yourself in spaces where 9 times 10 you're going to be tempted? If I know I got a problem with something or a disorder, okay, I'm not going to put myself in situations that I know I'm going to be tempted.
So don't go to work.
Huh?
So don't go to work.
Right.
Or even go outside.
Go outside.
Well then.
Well, you want
Well, that's not
you want-
feasible. It ain't
That's what I'm saying. Majority of people that's in a relationship, they cheat at work. Women and men.
It's
Don't
a
just
damn
put it on
strong
men.
ass disorder then.
Yeah, but
It-
that's
it's-
what-
well,
but
if,
it's
if, if
Can't
you're
even
a
go to
healthy
work.
man, if you're a healthy man, your dick wake up before you do.
If you have.
If you're healthy. But no, it's such a power. Like, even when you read the Bible, the falls of men have always centered around women. Well, not all of them, but most of them have centered around women. Like, it's a repeat behavior amongst not only this man, that
That
man,
man.
this race of man. It's a repeat behavior amongst all men.
Right. It ain't just black. It ain't just white. It ain't just Spanish. It's
Yeah,
all
all of
for
them.
real.
So if every man is struggling with this fight, why don't you respect the battle?
I would say, you know what's where it's going to become a thing at is because you're using the word struggling, like everybody's struggling with this thing. It's like at one point, like when do you get past this?
Never.
It's
I don't think that's a. I don't
To
think that's ever
constantly be
gonna
still
a
struggling,
thing.
because there's some men that have got to the point where they're not tempted out there. They have
I
that
don't-
kind of.
I think he probably taking himself out of that type of stuff. But for the active man that just lives in America, especially black men, bro, we're out. For one, we're outnumbered. I'm not saying cheating is cool. Let me put that out there. But we're just outnumbered. Imagine working with all women. Everybody cool. Everybody dope. They got good conversations. Dress up, change stuff up. And you're just at work. Don't go to you ain't been to the gym yet. You ain't went out to go bowling with your friends or go to the club with your friends. Like, you interact with people. I think a lot of women want you to go out in the world and just like, I ain't talking to nobody.
No, they more so want you to take your, like, as your partner, to be considerate of their feelings. That's the main thing. It's like,
Bro,
when
it's
you got to
crazy,
cheat,
huh?
it's selfish.
Yeah, it is.
It's definitely selfish.
How is it? But it's
Oh yeah, because you're thinking about the house.
but
You're thinking about
yourself.
you're thinking about
But-
yourself.
Yeah.
not technically.
And see, that's the problem right there. Because we know how to condemn a cheater, but you can't celebrate me not cheating.
Yeah, right.
I
That is the
I feel
problem.
like
Every
maybe-
6 months, I need something.
Yeah.
But wait, though. Maybe a threesome.
I don't even get a pat on the back.
I'm joking.
A man can be faithful for 20 years, cheat one, and they'll put that 1 year next to the 20.
Yeah, you're like, bro, come on, man.
So
Come
what y'all
on.
want us to say? Baby, thank you so much for not cheating on me this month.
No, see,
I mean,
you're
like-
trying to downplay it.
Yeah, see, now you
You're trying to downplay it. Like I said, it's not a lot of men in the world that don't cheat. So it's just like, if it's so easy, now it's just something that just don't get caught.
And
Like
they
in your case.
downplay it because they don't respect it.
Yeah.
Because it ain't what, because when they find somebody, that shit cuts off in them.
Right. It's
Now
like,
they
this
can
shit
like,
keep on going.
but when they got somebody they're happy with,
They might not cheat, but they know who next though.
yeah, they might know who next. But I'm just
guarantee
saying.
they know the
But I'm
next nigga.
saying the desire, the lust ain't as strong.
Right. They're not gonna do that.
But it's crazy that we can't as men, which they want us to be communicators. They want us to open up.
Oh, you
They
better
just
not.
don't want to accept this part of our
You
being.
better not say it. You better not say, oh, I feel like I'm going through a weak moment. I'm going through a weak spell that I feel like I want to deal with other women. You can't have that conversation with them because they may say, okay, I understand what you're going through, but they'll never understand.
Because they can't take their self out of it.
But
Do you know I had this problem before I met you?
My thing is, if you had this problem before and you got caught cheating, was that not enough of a lesson? You don't give a fuck. It's like,
is it
Ooh,
not
dude,
that?
is
Is
it
it not
not-
that he don't give a fuck?
like.
How about
No,
this?
Then
no,
why don't y'all
is
just,
it not
why
that he don't
you
give a
stay
fuck?
single then?
Did
If it's
you
such
not
a
learn your
struggle,
lesson?
stay
See,
single.
you see,
they don't
And then you
you
can have all the women
It's
you
almost
want.
like being passive aggressive. I love the relationship that we have in a relationship, but at the same time, like, hey, no exaggeration. I just seen this video yesterday. A guy telling his 2 daughters why he cheated. She had her baby doll in her hand. He said, hey, imagine if I told you for the rest of your life you can only play with this Barbie doll. She's like, But she was like, when I go to my friend's house, I want to play with their Barbie dolls. But when we go to the store, it's a different baby doll. All these baby dolls that you have an opportunity to play with, but you can only play with one baby doll for the rest of your life. How would you like that? Damn! She didn't say nothing. You would not want to play with that baby doll.
Well, I would buy different clothes for the baby doll and change the
Right,
way the baby
you
doll
can't
look.
change their
and,
hair.
you
You
know, I
can't
would
change
jazz
them.
up the baby doll.
Now-
But I think too that's why also as when it comes to men cheating as women, that's why we have to also jazz ourselves up and do different things to keep their attention on us.
It
If you
still
just
ain't gonna work.
doing this,
But
I
let me
I
ask-
still agree with
let me
her.
ask- let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Right? Let me ask you a question.
Not saying this right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I
Now, if
they want to do it.
now, if you subscribe to the Word of God like I am,
Mm.
and lust is a spirit, and if it's high on us, then you know the attack is coming from who? But because you are not respecting that I have a real spiritual warfare going on, I can't even give it to you for you to pray for me, because you're gonna add yourself in it as if, well, what's wrong with me?
Right.
Why you struggling with this? Why you doing that? Why you doing this?
Right. They don't
I mean, here's the thing too. Like, all right, me when I was like little guys I talked to before I got married, that shit don't count, man. I don't even consider those real relationships.
Yo, if
And
I'm
even
ever
when
like
they-
this,
Wait,
hold on.
that
Look
shit
at
don't
this
count.
straight. If I'm ever like this to somebody,
No, I mean I never really considered them
Who-
real
who is in
relationships.
this
They
shit
know
right
they just like, you know, we had the little title like they won't real.
She done dimmed you
Some
down
of
to a
them
gesture.
do.
Yeah.
They knew they wasn't like no. They knew I wasn't.
They
like,
knew they was
serious
like
about
this,
a
though.
relationship. Like, I didn't get serious until I got with the person that I married, and I didn't care about people cheating back then until we made a covenant. Now, nigga, you is under this.
Right.
You need to be thinking about this.
right?
And if it's like you don't care about God, you don't care rules, you don't care about me, like you don't care about shit but yourself.
But if oh God, that'll be okay, because now we're trying to make sin a level of sin different than the other. So if we can do it that way, then they say the power of death is in the tongue,
Mm-hmm.
life and death is in the tongue. So how, like, who in a relationship speaks death most of the time?
You already know it. They're gonna sock it.
So if we can, because they highlight this because they're hurt by it, we'll take their mouth, even though the Bible will tell you what is the word? A man would rather be at the edge of a roof of a corner of a roof.
Then in the house with a woman that's
What's the fucking word?
is it unruly or it's something? But
I
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. But it's like, it's somebody that's defiant or questioning. If you said God told you to submit to your man in all ways. So the way you look at cheating and the way I look at you not submitting, should it be the same?
Yeah.
Because if you're playing because it ain't the same. It should it be the same?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll be breaking up all the time then.
Exactly.
We about to break up tomorrow.
Exactly.
Because you won't be
But it goes along
But it's
with
the
the
same.
rules of what's beneficial.
Because what we do is, in America,
We
in this
amplify.
world, we crucify men for their bad behavior and we justify women's
That's true.
bad behavior.
That is
Right.
true.
I
Yep.
seen a
That is
study
true.
that said, I don't know if it's true, I seen a stat, but you got to look it up. In New York, there have been just as many abortions that there have been life. Now, I know God don't use the word abortion, but because they're women, we'll put a little pretty bow on it and say that instead of saying what it really is.
Ooh,
Murder,
That one.
death,
Here,
kill. I'm like, I'm so sick of people playing these games because pregnancy is the first stages of life.
Oh, man.
So I don't know what it is or not. Ain't pregnancy the first stages of life? That is it, right?
Right.
Ain't pregnancy the first stages of life?
So they said
So anything you do to reverse life is what?
murder.
Death. But we justify it.
She wasn't ready.
But I think the thing is with the,
Right. We justify it. But it's sad that men will come and say, like, and you'll sweep it because you want it not to be. But it is a reality that we struggle with this shit.
But where's
Sometimes it ain't as strong. Sometimes it's really strong.
where's the thing is the accountability.
You think they're not accountable for cheating?
Some men are not accountable. Some men want to say, "Well, you know, I struggle with cheating.
Mhm.
It's a hard time."
Oh
but
no,
they
you
don't
talking about
wanna-
trying to make it a lifestyle?
Right,
no,
right, but they
It's-
don't
no,
wanna hold
we're not
themselves
justifying it.
Like the habitual cheater. We're not talking about that.
No.
We're talking about a guy that literally had a weak moment. Maybe he was out of town. Maybe the girl had worn him down at work and he just gave in at a family, well, not a family function, but a work function. And it just so happened to happen when he was out of town. We're talking about those type of guys.
So,
Not the guy that cheat
like a
full
one-time
time.
offender.
Yeah.
No, and even it's still wrong.
Yeah,
It's-
it is.
don't
wrong.
Don't
It's
get it
wrong.
wrong.
It's
I'm
all
not
wrong.
trying to
It's
justify the action. I'm trying to give you an understanding of the fight. And if everybody, I used to say this joke all the time because I know something that people really struggle with. So I'll get with a woman and I'll say, okay, I won't cheat on you. I would never cheat on you. if you can maintain a healthy diet for the rest of your life. Now, when you have a cheat day,
I got one too.
I get a cheat day.
But her cheat day has nothing to do
See,
with
look,
yours.
see?
No, because
this is what I'm saying.
What you're doing, like cheating, it is towards like
eating wrong is not healthy for you or good for you. That is a fact.
Or for us, because I
Or for us.
I want to keep you slim. I like the way you look right now. You
But
keep
me,
going
but
overeating.
not eating healthy though is damaging me. If a man go out here and cheat,
What
it
if
can
he's safe?
potentially damage the woman
No,
because
what if he use a condom? What if he use a condom?
It can. It's
What if
STDs and all that.
yeah,
Yeah,
No,
like
but
pH balance.
that's
all
a
that.
level of protection.
You can't.
You're-
but you
No,
can't
you're
count. A
really
condom is
doing
not
that.
100%. They have micro little
Shut up.
holes and stuff. It's not 100%.
Just shut up.
Yeah.
So so you can't say a woman's diet and cheating because it's,
I'm giving you
Okay,
a
Potatoes and tomatoes.
No, no.
You comparing
I'm,
two
no,
different
I'm,
things.
yeah,
How hard
I'm,
it is.
I'm giving you a example of how hard it is for men. It's
the
not.
same.
I'm giving
in
you
that context.
It's
yeah.
like you can do good all week. Well, it ain't as extreme as cheating. But it's
365
close.
days.
You can do good for 365 days, and you can have a
364.
day where it's like, oh shit. And what's sad about it is because I can't come to my wife or come to my partner and say, look, I'm struggling. I'm like the chick at the job.
Keep on
I
going.
don't know whether I need to quit. I don't know what that. I can't even come to you because it gonna pass.
It's crazy.
But lust is real.
I would rather you
It's an
come to me than
uncomfortable
do it
conversation.
though.
Huh?
It's an uncomfortable conversation.
It's an uncomfortable
Yeah.
conversation because men don't know how to because we're scared of what it may do to you. We have to hold our tongue with the truth.
For sure.
But if y'all scared to even talk about it, then you should be more scared to do it.
Well, not even that, because then it still ain't gonna be understood.
No,
because
because
if he
I could
talks
do-
about it in a month, she might say, "Hey, I accept it," but a month later, she bring it back up, or a month later, this girl just so happened to be on Facebook or something like that, and it's just like,
Yeah.
"Oh, they go to now."
Yeah. Or you could be doing something sometimes. You could be like, "Oh, so that's what you did." That's
Oh,
what
you
now?
doing all this
That- that-
overtime?
that- yeah,
Is
like
Tanisha at the job too?
Yeah.
No, I'm
It
trying
was
to make
crazy.
sure-
You can't be honest with.
Better leave it alone.
Yeah.
You better.
Well, you can be honest and like the examples you say, yeah.
Can
Us
you
as
be
women, we
respected?
will do that, but that's when you come in and you have to reassure her, like, nah, you
I'm
know.
good. But
yeah,
all right, so what?
yeah.
All right, so hold on.
This the thing. It ain't about reassuring you because it has nothing to do with
At
you.
all.
That woman would never be who I think you are.
Even though it has nothing to do, it's still a fact. It still
See,
has
that's-
an effect.
When I'm coming to you with my problems, I need you to take yourself out
Right.
of it because that's why now I brought you mine and now I have to deal with yours.
Right now you mad
Yeah.
because I'm mad.
I'm
And
coming to
mine.
you
Yeah.
telling you what I'm struggling with.
Women do that all
Now
the
you're
time.
putting what you're
That's
going
true.
through off my struggle on me.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, but you bought adultery into our house.
No, this is pre.
No.
Oh,
He
we
said,
talk-
I just feel like this.
Right, this is pre.
I mean,
just feel
still
like this.
less, but we working. You right there.
Hold
you
up, but
right there at the
I'm
cusp.
telling you, I'm having a problem. I'm telling you, I'm going
Yeah.
through a struggle. You need to. That's just like if you smoke crack and it was like, oh, I'm having a tough time. I want to smoke. I'm hanging around Larry.
They'll
and
be
he
there for
smoked.
you.
Yeah.
They'll
He
be there
smoked.
for you.
they're gonna give you.
Why
words of
don't I get the
Who
same?
need help?
Why don't I
They
get
do
the
you know
same
you're going to
grace?
rehab?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be there for you. That's why I
Right.
said, why is it not celebrated? Because if I had a problem with alcohol, you're going to, you might get mad that I'm drinking, but you're
But-
going to try to seek help.
You're
You're
like-
going
like
to
we
try,
just
you're going to
saying.
listen. You're going to be like, yo, what's really getting it? You might be depressed. You might blah, 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 blah. Let's figure this out. But if I tell you what I'm struggling with when it comes to another female, you cannot take yourself out of it.
I guess it's hard for women sometimes to take ourselves out of it because even though y'all can say it has nothing to do with us, it's not because of us that you cheat. We still feel like it's something that we're not doing.
And
we
that's why they don't
still-
say
and
nothing.
it's
And
hard.
look,
It's
and that's
hard.
exactly why you better not say nothing.
No, to be fair, I only talking from my end. So if I'm willing to give it to you, I'm willing to receive it too. And I don't know if I'm equipped to. You know what I'm saying? Because if my woman said, yo, man, this nigga got me going.
Every time he comes, he
Nah.
comes smelling good.
Yeah.
He comes smelling good.
He
and
listens to me.
Yeah.
shit. He be bringing me lunch too. Low time?
I'm like, oh,
I don't
hell
know.
nah. See,
And you
you had
Take yourself out, sir.
listen, bro. But he brought it to a couple
you was
girls.
cool.
But she set you down and said, babe, this is what I'm going through.
This is what I'm going through.
Nothing happened. I just want to let you know.
Their relationship
Yeah,
over.
right.
Can we pray? Can we pray together?
Bro, as a man, yeah, you gonna do that.
Who?
Because you gonna set yourself aside. It don't matter. Bro, if your girl going through anything and she come to you.
No. If she's going through anything, not that thing.
It's anything.
You see, it's hypocrisy.
Because this is what you're gonna do. Even though you're gonna be against it, in your head you're gonna be against it, but you can be sitting there listening to it the whole time. Like,
I listen to
It's
it.
and you're not
she
gonna,
gotta
you're,
finish.
you're not gonna be like, the fuck is wrong with you?
Because you got
You're-
poker face, you act like it's okay.
No,
Because if a
shit
woman do
gonna
the
still
same
hurt.
thing,
no,
they're gonna mind
no,
shit.
no. The difference is when you come, if a female comes to a man with a problem like that, like, babe, like this nigga at the gym, bro, like you're gonna be like, you gonna sit there and you're gonna listen to what she got to say.
Man, y'all just made me think of a whole podcast.
You
And
gonna
this
listen
be
to what
good.
she got to say, and then you gonna say, all right, cool. You gonna try to reconcile the situation,
We're gonna do that.
like,
shit, too.
all right, cool. So, like, what is it? Like, what got you in this space?
Right.
But if a male goes to a female and be like, hey, babe, man, this is motherfucker at work. Hey, look, man,
struggling.
she gonna be like, so you got the audacity to come here and tell me about another bitch?
Yeah, what's the bitch name?
Like you really gonna sit here and have this conversation with me?
Yeah. And how long you been wanting this bitch?
Yeah. And then it's gonna go. Like,
She listens.
Fuck her then. 'cause
no,
I don't give a damn.
because listening is turned off at that point. As soon as you mention like you're
I know,
struggling
she listen,
with
bro.
another female.
But it's gonna be tough to take yourself out. So that battle alone
It's
is
understandable.
another battle. But I think when I said y'all made me think of another podcast, we might need to figure out a new way to be in a relationship because obviously we're not doing it right. Because like you need to set real parameters. When you say you become one, then my struggle is yours.
Yeah.
But because we're so this is that's
Yeah,
why
bro.
this is why motherfuckers get divorced. Can you imagine if you got a relationship? Can you imagine you got a relationship where you can go to your woman and tell her what you're struggling with? She can come to you and tell you what to struggle with, and you have no judgment there.
Bro,
Do
and
you
that's-
know how powerful that shit is?
And
It
that's
would
mostly,
be powerful.
but
It's
but
powerful.
that's crazy though, because
You saying but because it's too much pride going on
Yeah.
in a relationship we
Yeah.
trying to build.
yeah, but that's crazy because most of them like was your grandparents and some parents because
They
you go to your
ain't sleeping in the
grandparents, you
same
be like,
bedroom,
grandma.
though.
If you ask your grandma or your great grandma, whoever,
Right.
you be like, yo, how do y'all make it work? They're gonna say he can talk to me and I can talk to him.
He didn't. All right,
It's-
but this
it's
is
no
the thing.
judgment.
I also don't want that type of relationship to a certain extent,
So-
right? Because a lot of those grandparents didn't even sleep in the same bedroom. They lived in the same
And they
house,
stepped in a
did
lot of
everything.
bullshit.
They
Mhm.
he had a
This is a
he had
new-
another family, and she got an uncle that nobody looks like. It's an uncle that don't nobody know what he looked like. He different than everybody else. So everybody done accepted they terms.
But no. That's more like a partnership.
But that's what it is.
I'm talking about real, like, cause this is so fucked up that we could do this with a stranger, but the person that you're building your everything with, you can't sit down and give them you and sit. Do you know what that means when you can? Cause when you feel, that's why people go to therapists because they feel like you're not gonna get judged. But if you build that amongst y'all, how powerful would you be?
I think a lot of it too is you have to center your relationship around God. You have to put God in the center. So when you're going through things, if you're expressing something, and I know that I can't take myself out of it, then you know what? Let's go to God. You know what? Let's pray about it before I give a response or before you give a response or whatever we bring. Let's go to God and let's wait on God and let God lead us. And I think now people just don't put God. People put lust and all this other stuff that don't even bear no weight. And that's why relationships, marriages is the way that it is.
Hey, let me tell you something, and this is the God knows truth. This is 100% when it's called a spiritual warfare, and when you can't be honest with your loved one. I was under attack for like 3-4 days. Got over it, thugged it out, talked to God, passed. My wife got attacked with the same spirit. And when she came and told me what was going on, I had already been through it. It was so fucking scary because it was so detailed about what she was fearing, it jumped off of me and on her. But if I was to tell her, yo, I'm being attacked right now and I'm fighting, something you ain't got to worry about, I want to let you know, throw some added prayers. Or if stuff started hitting you out of nowhere, it's because we have something that's trying to break this union up. But I got another thing. Let me ask y'all ladies. Okay, let's say a man is faithful. Because we're not talking about cheater. We're talking about being celebrated for not cheating. All right. Okay, how about this? What would you rather have? He's faithful because he loves me, or he's faithful because he don't want to lose his family?
He's faithful because he loves me.
It would definitely. I don't know.
Ooh, there's some ego shit going on here.
I can't. I gotta choose.
Yeah, cause you don't gotta choose. Cause some of these are the real thing.
Right.
Like fear can keep a nigga faithful.
Yeah.
Love can keep a nigga faithful.
True.
His fear of losing you or his fear of losing his family could keep him there. Which one would you rather have? Or his fear of God?
Well, his fear of God, I'd rather have that one. Since you
Oh,
threw
yeah,
that in there, let me get that.
But I don't want to get that one. I picked two.
That's
Easy,
fine.
Well, you didn't have that. That won't.
No, I'm not using that. Don't try to use that.
Well, then
You
I
said
go-
what you said.
Yeah, I go back to
Fuck them kids. Love me,
Because
nigga.
do you know how much that's a miserable relationship? Like somebody
He's scared to
with you
lose y'all?
because he don't want to lose his family.
But
I
that's
mean,
not a good motivational tool.
He can be out of love with me and not love me, but won't leave me because he don't want to break the family
he don't
up.
want to cheat. He's faithful because of that.
But see, he has to love her enough to be scared to lose her.
Right.
Because other than that, he wouldn't give a damn.
But that
He
ain't the
like,
main
"Alright,
source.
fuck that
It's
whole
consequences behind your actions.
Yeah.
So if she won't go nowhere, he might step out.
Free as a
Don't
bird.
mean he don't love her. He just don't have consequences that he think he got to face.
Right. Like, she not gonna leave me.
She
Okay.
ain't going nowhere.
She ain't gonna.
I mean, he still
So-
care enough to.
So
think
which
about
would you rather have? Because it seems like even when as long as he's faithful, shouldn't it be okay? Or he got to be faithful for the right reason?
To me, just be faithful.
it. I mean, just be.
It shouldn't be no reason. It should just be because you love me. You love our relationship. You love what we have together.
You like this is the thing about us not being honest with each other. Who the fuck said we being together that I'm gonna love the whole time I'm with you?
I mean, probably
You still
That's not
you're
gonna
still
happen in no
love-
regular
you're-
relationship.
You may not like a person during the course of your relationship, but you still are gonna love them because when you love someone, when you get in disagreements,
Mhm.
because you love that person, it's certain things you're not gonna say. It's certain things you're not gonna do. You're not gonna hit below the belt to hurt that person because you still love them. There, you're gonna have moments where you don't like them.
Mhm.
You know, where they get on your nerves, but you still gonna love them. That love is still gonna be there.
That don't mean I love the relationship. This shit trash right now.
Like, get this shit back.
Yeah. Fuck y'all talking about high marriage. I wouldn't do it. You know you talking plenty.
Hey,
niggas
It's
right
funny.
now.
We was
Hey,
talking.
we'll get this shit all the time.
Hey, we was at my
don't do it.
in-laws' house.
Huh?
And we was talking about if you had to give a Yelp review for marriage, what would you give? Like, what would it from 0 to 1 to 10? What would you do?
I mean, that shit is dope. It's dope if you find somebody that loves you, and they gotta love all the good, the bad, the beautiful, and the ugly, and that's why I like the relationship I'm in. Some people, the way I talk in this podcast, a lot of people say, "How the fuck you got some money?"
She free. She
What's
accept me.
wrong with this nigga?
She accept me.
Nigga be
for who
talking
I am.
about see,
But
all
that's
this
what it's
shit.
supposed to be though.
Right.
It's 'cause
You knew who you got with.
Yeah.
Don't try
That's
to
what
give
it's
me and
supposed to
change
be,
me.
bro.
I'm me.
No,
Yeah.
but this is the thing about life. We're mixed full of good and bad.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If I once I try to pretend like I'm some not, number one, she knows she gonna be able to spot the phony.
Like, this nigga in here lying to everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Struggle, Black Queen. Yeah, I don't never have no problem. Why would you do that? Like it's a lot of like that's why people don't believe a lot of people, because they put up this facade as if everything is peaches and cream.
Mhm.
Right.
Even when you
That's
with
true.
God, like you looking at people and you like, nigga, yeah, I saw that fat ass too. But I ain't going there, brother. You know
I
what I'm
ain't gonna-
saying?
I ain't
But
gonna say I
no,
seen it
but
now.
pastors are like, well, I ain't seen shit. You lie.
Mhm.
It's the weirdest shit ever, because I honestly don't think people actually read the Bible. Like, they will dish you with a scripture.
Shit. Yeah.
And I'll be like, yo,
Did
you
you-
know this in the New Testament, that dish you. You talking about the serial killer that wrote that?
Right.
You know, Paul killed Christians,
Mhm.
Christian families.
He was Saul.
He
You
was
know,
Saul.
He was Saul.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, Saul.
Mhm.
Not Paul.
Mhm.
It was Paul.
It was
He was
Paul,
Saul, but
you
God
know.
transformed
Feel
him
me,
into
Paul.
Paul.
But yeah. But Paul wrote the Testament. But they're using
Mhm.
scriptures of Paul, and he was a serial killer.
Mhm.
Noah was a drunk. Moses was a killer. He murdered somebody. Like, all the people that they throw when they throw the Bible at you, they so ignorant.
Y'all don't know who that dude was.
Yeah.
Yo, that was the old me.
Yeah.
You talking about the new dude.
but I'm just saying, everybody is a mixture of good and bad.
For sure.
Yeah.
And that's how you grow. That's how you continue to grow. You'll be stagnant if you went perfect. That's why, like, when I was talking about that Bible and people was going off about it, like, that's why you can't just take everything in there verbatim, because it's going to stunt your growth if you're trying to follow it like rules. God want to be chosen, like you were sitting there saying before.
Right.
God want to be chosen. He wants you to follow him because you choose to in your heart.
Got free will.
Yeah.
All right.
That's right.
This is a well, I'm gonna ask quick, like, what's the real expectations of a woman get marrying a man and through death do his part? Do y'all have a real expectation of him being faithful through death do his part? Or is it just something that you hope for? Like, I don't know, like, do women actually believe it?
Well,
Or do they hope for it, or do they believe it?
Believe what exactly?
Like,
not
when you marry a
cheating.
man, you're thinking like, he's gonna be faithful to me, do death do his part.
No.
Like,
For 50 years.
huh?
No. I don't.
I
believe
Have
it.
you ever
I
believed
did.
it at
No.
a certain point?
No. I did not.
That's a
I
lie.
never believed it. I never.
I don't think I think the way women do it is just like you tell your kid, don't do this, don't do this. You're gonna tell them 10 times. You better not go over there. But in your mind, you know.
As soon
he
as
gonna
I
do it.
walk the fuck
So,
off.
he's gonna do it. If I blink too long, he gonna do it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you wanna instill the fear that if you do it, I'm gonna leave you. If you do it, I'm gonna whoop you. If you do it, I'm gonna whatever.
Because you gotta set a standard.
you gotta
Mhm.
set a standard.
Because if you don't,
But deep
Yeah,
down
my
inside,
problem.
they're like, I just don't want to have to go through it though. Because a lot of times I like, for my wife, for example, I can probably do anything under the sun. I probably could punch her in the eye.
Dang.
But what I can't do is cheat. I think she'll accept me potentially put my hands on her before I cheat on her. Because from her past, she just can't deal with cheating.
right.
So I know that when I'm dealing with her, hey, don't cheat.
Yo, it's
I accepted a cheater.
what the thing about that is like your past, not your past, your idea, and when somebody affects your idea, it affects you. That's what trauma comes when somebody. It's almost like saying Santa Claus ain't real when you was a kid, and you know, like that. Oh, they didn't. Like, just like when you marry a man, the luster comes off him after a while, because you instead of marrying who in front of you, you're marrying who's the idea of it,
Yeah.
who he is. So when he does anything wrong, you're disappointed. He's a flawed human being like you. And women have a tendency to date their ideas versus
Yeah.
date the fucking person in front of
That's
them.
what
Plus,
we
they
go
make
wrong.
marriage
Yeah.
seem like a fairy tale part, and it's
I feel
I
like
think it
it
can be.
can be.
If
I
you
feel like
if
it
you
can
have
be.
these real,
it's just a
Expectations.
beautiful war,
Yeah.
not
And you
within,
understand
not
it can't be
within the home.
perfect.
It don't have to be within the home. It's just a beautiful war, like because you
Yeah.
got to battle everything
you gotta
outside of that.
understand,
That's
like,
different.
think about
and
this.
change.
What can another woman say to you if your husband or whatever is honest to you?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
How could
Should nobody
how
really-
could
Absolutely
anybody
nothing.
affect you?
Nobody.
That's true.
He told me that. He told me how he was acting, and he felt like he apologized and said I was out of my character. I was flirting a little bit. I was losing myself, and I apologized. And then when somebody, you knew it, we talked about it.
Yeah, we already knew that.
That would
Yeah.
make me respect
Somebody tried to do
him
that to my wife. and
so
she was
much
like,
more.
"All right."
Huh?
That would make me respect
But-
him so
But you
much
make that
more.
sound like it's so easy.
It's
though.
not
It's
easy.
not easy.
I
That's,
just
that's
told
why I
you.
said it's
He's
not a
saying
fairy
that would
tale.
be a
That's
good
not.
thing.
It
No,
would be
no,
a good
it
thing,
ain't
but that's
a-
why I was saying it's not a fairy tale.
It ain't a fairy tale because once what the
But they can
reason
be a
it
fairy-
can't be a fairy tale is because we got to tear down the other one. That's why I said I thought about a new podcast. We have to tear down the idea, like you said, they make marriage seem like
But-
a fairy tale.
But that could be the fairy tale. If you and another person can be on the same page about those issues, that's the fairy tale. But it's y'all fairy tale. It's not everybody else's, because what makes me happy don't make you happy.
right?
You
Y'all
know what I'm
have to
saying? But
create-
that's our fairy
But that's
tale.
within that marriage, though. Y'all have to create that fairy tale.
Who else
within-
is the fairy
No, I'm
tale?
just saying y'all have to create that new
it-
ideal
yeah.
of a fairy tale, because like those things, like outside, like the whole thing about like cheating. Oh yeah, that's a no go.
That's a deal breaker.
Yeah,
For some
like,
people.
but sometimes you have to build that up, like that kind of conversation, to be able to get to that point to say,
How about
Okay,
this?
fine, what can-
Because we're so flawed when it comes to this. I deny me because I love you.
Mm.
Are you brave enough to tell your woman, yo, I miss being single?
Nah, you-
Sometimes I be missing that old life.
Hell
Yeah,
nah.
I be
Are you
like,
brave
I do
enough?
too.
Nah.
Hey,
ain't about to
hey,
do-
no, cause this is why we can't build a real relationship.
Sure
Because it's gonna
Nah.
open
We're
up
gonna live
other
in a
shit.
we're living in other people's idea of a relationship.
Nah.
You think your woman don't get tired of being a wife sometimes?
mhm.
Mhm.
You can smile all the fucking time. You think so?
But
I think so.
Nah, I agree. I
You
they're
think-
like, bro, I'm getting
You
tired of this
think when
shit.
she out, like, or your woman go out with girls, it's a restriction on how she can actually enjoy
But
herself.
it may be for different reasons though. Like, she might just want to be able to move around free. You want to fuck hoes. That's
It
different.
don't matter what it is. What the reality is. Sometimes I miss that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that deep. I had that conversation before. It's not that deep.
It depends on how serious you are about it.
Yeah.
No, I
Because
mean,
if I
it's
said
just-
like I'm about to be single again,
Now,
girl,
if you keep
like my wife
on-
said, I'm
Not
have a
about
hot
to
girl
be
summer.
single.
you keep
Yeah.
pondering on to keep bringing that shit up now. I ain't now. But like,
But
if we
then-
had this
say-
conversation when I be like, whew,
No.
man,
And I
I be,
think
No.
like
it's
sometimes
normal
I
to
wish
miss
I didn't
being
have
single
kids, and I love them to
sometimes.
death. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
nah. Because hey, look, y'all.
Oh, yes,
It's like-
yes.
Be honest. If y'all in a relationship and somebody came to you and said, "Just hey, we need to talk. I miss being single." Some shit going.
You making
And
it
you
sit
gonna
down
be
a
like,
whole
Nah, that
serious
sound like
sit
a
down.
breakup, nigga. Let's talk.
Yeah, you
No,
like,
yeah,
that
that
was
was
fine.
well,
That's a
How you
conversation.
supposed to bring it across?
Hey, sometimes
Like, okay,
you ever
no,
think
you
about
know
being
what?
single
I'm
sometimes?
just-
Yeah, there you go. She got it right there.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how you can do it. You hear her?
Hell no. Yeah.
But that's
You
but she ain't gonna
miss
take
being
you
single
serious.
sometime?
First
She
of
ain't gonna
all,
take you
when a
serious,
motherfucker
man.
tell me let's talk, I'm already nervous.
I'm nervous like this.
All right, well, now let's talk.
Don't be at
Well,
work.
not let's talk.
Oh,
Don't
no,
like-
it's a
yeah,
fucking
well,
whole work day up.
Hey, my stomach hurt. My stomach hurt. I got it.
Nah,
I thought I deleted all
All
this.
right, cool. So just a regular just a regular conversation. You just say, "Hey, look, you ever miss being single sometime?"
Hypothetically.
Hell
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Hell
Yeah,
yes.
that's
No,
Yes.
not you.
No, that's a cool conversation to have because you don't think she feels that way.
But
if it hit your
Yeah.
hand, why you think it can't hit hers?
no,
Right.
I ain't saying it gonna hit that motherfucker gonna hit differently. Cause it's gonna be like,
Why you thinking about that?
made you feel like you miss being single.
Because I do. Sometimes.
Mhm.
That's normal.
That's-
to miss
that's
being
normal.
single.
So what you missed
Yeah.
about it?
Yeah. What
That's
you?
what I'm
How
asking.
long?
What you miss about it?
How long you been feeling this way?
You want the detail.
So,
Brace yourself.
bro, and
yeah. Grab in, baby.
Buckle up.
You about to get broke up. Clear, you about to get broke up. That's about to happen.
Well, no, but we're so fake in a relationship. That's
You
what
did
I'm
not-
going
I
to do
said-
this
I
podcast.
seen a
It
dude
needs
say
to
that
be
other
done.
day. He said, yeah.
We're so fake in relationships.
He said your wife don't need to find out about who you really are.
Right.
but that's the truth because nobody accepts nobody who
So
they
why-
truly are.
So
I
why
think
we,
my
why
wife
we
knows
can't
people
build
that
why
do
can't why we
accept
can't build
people
for
who
better
they
then? Why we
are.
can't start putting those things in a relationship? Why can't we come to a fucking day and say,
nobody
yo,
say you
let's
could,
break it
but-
down. Cause that's all right. Now you can't just do all bad shit. Now you gotta throw good in it.
Mhm.
Cause you keep coming with all bad, no man. I
Fuck
think
it.
you belittling me now. But yeah, like you got to have days where you celebrate, days where you vent.
Right.
And feelings, okay, we need to all right, we're gonna leave these feelings over here.
It ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna work because motherfuckers don't want to believe in it.
It's not gonna work.
It
'Cause
can
it's-
work, but
Because I feel like, I'll leave it where it's at. But I feel like a lot of women can't leave the past in the past. And that's a lot of times what mess up good relationships. You have a dude that's been faithful for 15 years and had a moment with the chick he worked with. He had one bad moment. Now
Out
you
of
about to
15
take away
years.
his kids, take away some money from him, take away the house. And it's just like, bro, I've been a great person to you. I've helped you in your career. I didn't have you work while you was in school, and I done did this, and I've been there for you. But at the same time, I had one bad moment, and now you about to take everything from me. That's selfish for the family too.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, you never loved me. You
Yeah.
never loved me the way you claim when you did
Yeah.
those vows.
Right.
True.
Through
Mhm.
better or for worse, sickness and in health. We're not exempt from trials and tribulations.
Right.
Right.
And now that we have one, your best thing is to exit.
But
Yeah.
I feel like women
I
are more
agree.
selfish than men when it
I
comes to that stuff.
went down that road before. I dealt with like when I was
No,
cheating
hell
with-
no,
I was
no,
cheating
not
within
true.
my marriage and
No,
I
no.
accepted it. No, I'm saying
Go ahead, I'm gonna get to that. What did you say?
I think women are more selfish than men. a lot of
Hell
times.
no, women
No,
forgive you way quicker than a
Sure.
man.
No,
will.
they'll
Yeah.
forget.
Yeah.
They'll forget.
You ain't forgiven.
Oh no, not for you. Go ahead. Go talk to somebody else. But I'm saying, like, now I understand that like a habitual cheater that cheats all the time.
Yeah.
But there'd be some women that'll break up. They got 2-3 kids. They got a happy family. He made a mistake.
You know why?
You can't break
know
up
why?
your family because of one mistake.
It ain't the mistake that he made. It's the lie she told herself about him. When you see that my husband would never do that.
Right.
It's just like when men put that on wives. I do that. But if it happened, I'm gonna be crushed like a motherfucker. Because
Man.
I put up a lie. Putting a perfect image on an imperfect being.
I don't never try.
That don't even make sense.
I want you to know I got flaws.
She can do that.
and then
And I hope that she don't.
I'm living life with a handicap.
Hold on for a second. For all you R&B lovers out there, we have a new artist entering the R&B space. Kylan out of Chicago, Illinois, debuting her EP, I'd Rather Be Alone, with several lovely tracks, but my favorite is Honey. So go and support this new artist. She's out of Chi-Town with her debut album screaming on all platforms. I'd Rather Be Alone. Now, what you were saying? I gotta get back to you. What
Oh,
you
well, how I accepted my husband after he cheated on me before?
Yeah.
I mean, because no man's bigger than the group. Like, you have to think about the whole big picture of it. It's
Right.
like, all right, it's a whole lot that go into it, and we're going to have to revisit. And the only thing that was pissing me off within that situation is like, let me go about this how I want to go about this. And I think he was so nervous that I was going to cheat that he was up my ass. Like,
He's like, don't get me back. Get me back on her.
because of the
She been
fact
waiting.
that, like, because I
Your shit
accepted
is
it and it
over
was
with.
abnormal for like to accept something like that. But it's like I knew what I was getting into, and then plus the person that did our marriage counseling, like dope, real dope. Rest in peace to him. But it was like we had to sit down and have a whole conversation, like all the things that we had done, like a confessional moment beforehand. Like we had to put that all out there. We had
Yeah.
to forgive people in our past. We had to do all of this before he was signed for us to get married.
Yeah.
And so,
And see, somebody that did something for 15 years and had, he did something wrong. He knew better,
Right.
but he chose to fall with his flesh.
Right.
Right? He picked wrong.
For
Which
sure.
you are gonna fall at. Hopefully, it's not that, but
Right.
some things you're gonna fall too.
Absolutely.
But okay, is this because once you fall, repentance is when you turn from that behavior.
mhm.
So if you cheat and then you keep cheating,
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
now
That's
you're
habitual.
you're signaling to me that means more to you.
Mhm.
All right. I got a question now.
Go ahead.
So, can a woman respect a guy that cheated, right? Didn't get caught, but eventually came out and told on himself? Does he get a different type of pass? Because it's like, hey, this is eating at me. I respect our relationship. I had a moment. I cheated.
He's gonna get more than her finding out. Damn.
no, I'm saying
Depends on
he
what
told on
woman.
himself.
I know it depends on what woman.
Hell nah.
Does he get grace? Does he get grace?
Hell nah,
I
he
feel like the
Most
woman.
of the time, I think
Yeah.
he would.
I would give grace if you told me.
Yeah, he's like,
I would respect that because I know that's hard to do.
Hell yeah.
Hell nah. They ain't gonna, y'all.
Are you
would.
gonna?
No,
are you
don't
gonna
say
hold
no,
it
no,
Lady
no.
down?
Now the
line,
part
bro.
that you don't like is the fact that she might not be willing to let it go. That's the part you
Then
don't
you
want. You
didn't
don't want to
forgive
think about the
me.
consequences.
Right, yeah,
Then it's
yeah,
not
that's what I'm
forgiving.
saying.
I
You give
mean,
a guy grace.
That's why I
To
said they
give them
when
grace,
they
they
say,
ain't
yeah,
gonna
I
forget
give them
about it.
grace.
Like they might be on the edge a little bit about some
Lit-
stuff. 'Cause,
Can
like,
I need to say this when it comes.
if
to
I could forgive
after
you,
you
like
finish.
if you steal from me, I forgive you for stealing. But am I gonna trust my wallet around
You
you
ain't got
again,
to.
Right,
nigga?
that's-
You ain't got to. That's fine. You ain't got to. You ain't got to trust nobody. Forgive and trust 2 different things. Forgive me, I forgive you for what you did. Now telling me to trust and trust in not. No, you're capable of doing
But see,
that
that's
again 'cause
guys'
you showed me you
problem.
didn't do it.
That guys be wanting that trust. You want
Yeah.
that trust, but
Well, you gotta build that
like
back.
once, like
Yeah,
You got to build that.
once
back.
Yeah, of course you gotta build it.
It's
Yeah.
over time.
It don't come
And
back.
so then they
easy.
look at it like, well, you ain't forgive me. It's
Yeah.
like, nigga,
No, I just
just
don't. I don't trust
your
like
ass.
I don't trust like I used to. I
Still
need
bad
more
a little bit, nigga.
consistency.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but damn, you threw me off. I wanted to finish, but I think the conversation threw me off. What the fuck? Warning. Got it. Okay, fellas. If you come to your woman, come to your woman and say, hey, I stepped out, I made a mistake, and she forgives you. This is a universal rule. I cheated. I'm sorry. That's it. If you answer one question, you will be answering 100 questions. It usually go like, well, with who? At the job. So how many times you fuck her? Oh, you must have really liked that bitch. So what you do? Don't answer shit else. Cause it ain't gonna help nothing.
But nah, don't even say it.
You said don't even admit it.
Don't even admit it.
Play
But what's
dumb.
wrong with her
You be
asking
better off
questions?
playing
Cause the
For
deed is
real.
done. The game is over.
Hey, listen.
It's a bad moment. Anything else, how would answering questions after I told you I cheated, it's gonna help.
What if he cheated with your best friend? Like she would want to. Like,
you need
she
to walk
should
the
know
fuck
that.
away.
That's why you
Yeah.
ask. If you
But,
can't
I don't
simply
wanna mess with
ask
y'all relationship.
questions,
Huh?
if you can't ask questions like who was
No, you better
it,
say
when
so.
was it?
See?
Oh, who was it? When
Just
was
don't
it?
even
How
know
does
your
that
man
help?
no more.
Again, it could have been your best friend. That's
Okay,
information that she needs
At
to
me as
know.
now, if it's your best friend, yes. But how is answering the no, it don't just go there. It don't just stay there. It go to you ate the bitch.
No, that's too far. I wouldn't ask.
I know
all
you
them
ain't had that bitch in my car.
That's a
I don't-
guy
That's
question.
too
Guy,
much.
that's the first thing guys say. You so good.
Yeah, yeah. Did it come with that?
They about to kill the whole house.
How big was it?
Oh, you go sleep.
I can't fuck you for another year.
Throwing the hot dog in the hallway. You don't want to do that. Ew.
That's
That's why
what
dudes
y'all
can't
care
deal with
about.
being cheated
Hell
on,
no,
man. It's
man.
too many questions.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Oh,
Don't
man.
answer no. Don't you just say I'm sorry. I
boy.
did it.
Right.
It would never happen again.
Don't admit it.
Don't.
Don't admit
No,
it.
that
If
ain't
it's
right.
email you,
That-
you
no,
should
that's
admit it.
not
No,
right.
But don't answer all the
Don't
questions.
pray about it. Don't admit it, bro. Give it to God. Don't admit it.
Oh, I was gonna go back and say why guys rather go to therapists. They'd rather go to therapists and be judged by somebody they don't care about their judgment rather than somebody they care about. They don't care about a random person judging them in comparison to their wife or girlfriend looking at them in disgust from something that they just told them.
Yeah.
And that's another reason.
But see, that's a part of being in a marriage. I supposed to be your comfort, even when it's discomforting for me.
You know how in court they
That's
have
hard.
evidence that
Huh?
they can't.
That's hard.
It's hard to love. It's hard to love, but why would you get in a relationship and not expect to go through and be there? Like, what are we really building? Somebody else's idea of a relationship?
Yeah,
Yeah, what you've been taught a relationship is.
right. But whole
That's
time,
a lot of each other.
Yeah, but that's what you've been taught.
That's a condition.
So in order to break that, then
We
you're
got to
gonna have
really-
implement it. Like you're gonna have to like start doing it and then teaching it to your kids, and then they teach it to their kids.
Yeah.
Right.
Like that's the only way it's gonna work. But we have been taught to not do it.
And now we got to read books to relieve ourselves. We have to go talk to therapists to relieve ourselves when we're sitting there with our better half or our helpmate. Which is wild. Our helpmate is sitting there, but we can't ask for help.
All right. I was gonna say like in court, right? you know how it's some evidence that may come out, but now they can't use it against them in the case.
Yeah.
That I feel like in relationships, the jury's seen it regardless. Whether or not they take into account, they're gonna take it into account no matter
What they say.
No matter what they say, oh, y'all can't use that in the evidence thing. But
Yeah, I got what you're saying.
if you got something like they show maybe the Diddy situation
Yeah.
where he beat up Cassie, he just looks bad. So no matter what somebody says about him, he's just a bad person now. No matter what, he beat up women, he's a bad person.
Yeah.
So they can't unsee that. In the relationship,
And you know why Diddy looks like a monster? Because society have lied to ourselves. It's so many Diddies. It's so many good and bad.
Right.
It's all in
your
us.
uncle did it.
It's all in us. It's motherfuckers that just beat that. Can you believe this nigga did that? He just slapped his chick.
Right.
But his sin ain't like Diddy's. He is worse.
Right. Same.
Cause I ain't closed fist up.
I don't know that dude.
I open fist. I would never do it. You know what I'm saying? It just don't make sense. Like some people really have justified their problems and demonize yours.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, so we're gonna do a little segment. If it's people in your past, people in your present, it's called. Let me see if you're brave enough. Rah.
Okay. Cool.
I bite my tongue out of love, but I want to say.
I bite my tongue, but I want to say
It could be anything.
anything.
Jay, I bite my tongue out of love, but I want to say.
This some bullshit. Man, like,
I bite my tongue out of love, but I want to say, bitch, who you talking to?
Okay.
Don't you do it? Like, no, it be things that we want to say to the person that we love, but we bite our tongue.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, and me and Jay were saying this earlier, women, sometimes your emotion is for the best. Like sometimes when you're emotional, that means you get to express it and you get to release it.
Mm-hmm.
Men will take one problem because it's small. Then take another small problem, add it on that. And then add it on that. Then add it on that. Then add it up. Now he done built a mountain of small problems. Now he got a gigantuan problem.
Mm-hmm.
And then he lash out. And the person that is in front of him, she's like, where the fuck? I've never seen this side of him.
Right.
Because
Maybe
we can't be real. I hold my tongue out of luck, but I really want to say, I get tired of being a husband. I get tired of being a wife. You know what's crazy? When it comes to like certain things, what happens like if you're my wife and you don't want kids, but you're only having a child because I want one? That is a sacrifice.
That's crazy sacrifice.
That's a conversation before we get to that point too.
Huh? No, because it could be an internal, because I love him and I know he wants to be a father.
Yeah.
But people do that all the time.
That's sacrifice.
But dudes might be in the same
But
position.
when you do that, you got to understand she didn't want kids or didn't want another kid or this, that, and the third. Now she is really overwhelmed with motherhood.
Mm-hmm.
But so for her to not feel being a mother sometimes, if you
judge her though.
But think about it. If you knew that, you'll set prerequisites for that situation. Meaning like, okay, you need a break. Here's a hotel. Take a few days in this hotel. I got these motherfuckers. Cause you ain't feeling this mother shit right now.
Mm-hmm.
But because we can't, and because she puts on a smile because it meant so much to you, that you're lost in the blind. And then, like you saw on the news, this motherfucker come in and think chicken cooking and his kids.
Uh-huh. Or but you, for the other side of that, you got to do it for men too. Then
Give it to me.
go to Vegas, take you, go have a good time.
Yeah.
I don't want to know what happened.
Yeah.
But but we're not gonna do that. Women wouldn't do that.
And then, you know what's crazy? You'll see a man drinking. You drinking again instead of saying, why is he drinking again?
Right. It's something.
Am I
He's
missing
trying
it?
not to cut you out.
what's wrong?
Because of your motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you can't be
I
honest.
said that. When the problem asking you what's the
You ain't saw
problem,
that.
I don't get out my damn face.
when the problem asks you what the problem is.
Yeah. When the problem asks you what the problem is.
Now think about this. If when this is the dangerous side of it. Like, if I'm a person that you met and we vibing, we kicking, we're married, but I didn't tell you this part of me. Number one, I'm ashamed of it. And number two, I don't think you can handle it.
What?
I have, and I always have been struggling with suicidal thoughts.
Oh, God.
And you don't know this, but you belittle me
Now you really
every
about to
chance
jump.
you get.
You about to jump.
Oh, for
messed
every
up.
chance. That's already sound like a bad relationship.
Yeah.
It sounds toxic.
Or even if it ain't every chance.
Well, even if
But
he
if
has
you knew he
suicidal.
struggled
She
with that,
triggering that struggle. She
Mhm.
But-
triggering
but
that.
yeah, but I'm
Gaslighting.
saying like, but if you knew that, the way you would carry him if you got love in your heart. See,
Yeah.
because you might just be not say belittle, because that's actually being evil.
Yeah.
Saying y'all get into it and you go for what you know.
Mm-hmm.
He can't out talk you. Let me hit the air with this one. You know what I'm saying? And he walk away shame and his head tucked down.
Right.
But if you knew that was something that he dealt with,
You'll never do it.
Yeah.
the way you approach him would be totally different.
Mhm.
Like, and we can't be real with ourselves. And we got to tell people that we don't, strangers, friends. Everybody know the real you, but the one in front of you.
If you can't be real with the person you with, they not the right person for you. I mean, you point blank period. You should be able to communicate and express things, and that's part of intimacy. Intimacy is not just physical, but intimacy is conversation. It's letting the person know what you're feeling, what's going on in your mind. And if you can't do that, then that's not the right person that you should be in a marriage or relationship with.
To some extent, because sometimes you would like, it's not being fake, but sometimes you're a different version of yourself within a certain group. Like when you with your husband or when you with your girls, you're a different person with your girls than you are with your husband.
Right.
So it's like, sometimes it's just natural. Like the work version of you is going to be different from the home version of you. Sometimes like you got different versions of yourself. Not saying that it's fake, but it's just that
It's fake.
This is what
no,
you
it's not,
need.
because
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is like, this is who I am, but it's just this side of me is more in the forefront with this group. Like if I'm goofy, all right, you gonna know that I'm all right. She
Oh,
goofy.
you're saying
But, like,
you're not
if
being
I'm-
fake. It's just another.
Yeah, it's
this
just-
is you.
just the-
This is
yeah.
part of you too.
Right.
Yeah,
I gotta
it's
be
I got you,
serious.
I got you.
who's more in
Yeah.
the forefront. It's
Yeah.
like who's more in the forefront when you're with that person. Like you would ideally think that your spouse should see most of like with your hands down for mostly everything.
I get
go
that
across the
because
board.
you're not gonna treat your kids like you treat your wife. You have a husband
Mm-hmm.
personality. You have
daddy.
a wife personality. You have a work personality. So that's not being fake.
Right.
Yeah.
As long as you show up as you.
Yeah. Long as that's you. Now, when you start pretending you're trying to be something like you're trying to create a work personality,
Right.
then that's different.
Right.
Got to be tough on these motherfuckers. I know they think I'm soft. You a happy
If you
person.
try me one more time.
You are, You happy as hell. They gonna walk around mean mug because you don't think they gonna accept your smile. That should be crazy. Like you know what?
I hate tough motherfuckers.
Huh.
I hate tough motherfuckers. Just walk around mad all day. Like, what you mad at, bro? It's 10.
That's-
It's 10 o'clock,
Life can't be
bro.
that
The
bad.
day ain't really started yet.
I hate motherfucker to come. I don't hate nobody. I can't stand when motherfucker coming to work and he already shaking his head. Man, this motherfucking place.
Stay at
Keep
home.
showing up, nigga.
That's how I tell people all the time. We did not make you get out of bed.
You
today.
keep showing up.
You got
Every day
this
they
call out.
quitting.
Yeah, I'm quitting. I don't need this motherfucker.
Right.
I do. I would be if I needed it.
So
That's
stay out my
right.
way.
They
That's why I
come
do my
What
job.
the fuck you doing?
Yeah.
Volunteer work. I don't get that. Give me your check. I
You
don't need
need
it.
it.
Why you here?
Please stay at home, buddy.
You know them people that do that. You got to tell them to take a vacation.
Oh, they got perfect attendance.
Perfect attendance. They there rain, sleet, or snow.
That's why they come
They
by.
might
They
sleep.
burnt the hell out.
They might sleep at the job.
You ever seen a motherfucker think that the building gonna fall if he ain't working?
Yeah, like how I go yesterday.
Motherfucker been up
That was
there
your
years.
leader.
I ain't go.
Yes, I can't
Same
stand
way
it.
it been going.
It's scheduled. They eat at 5.
Hey, is fear the biggest motivator in life? Because it should be love.
Nope. Not the. No.
You sure?
Fear, the biggest.
Fear could be the biggest
Motivators.
motivator in
Yeah.
life.
No, because
Yeah,
fear
I-
can stop you
Yeah.
from doing something.
It shouldn't be.
And
but
and
it
usually
is.
fear stops people from living out their dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because it can
So
stop
Is
you.
it the
Motivator.
biggest motivator in
Yeah,
life?
it is.
It is.
No, that stopped you from doing something though.
No,
It's
because
you drive
fear-
at a certain speed limit out
so
of fear.
your fear is gonna make you
No,
either do it or not do
sometimes
it.
it's just-
No. The fear of, all right, say you want to start a
Fears-
business, but the fear of
failure.
failing stops you from pursuing.
So
what
that,
you
that,
wanna do.
that's
no,
a
no, no,
motivator.
you know, he's looking at motivation as in not the good. Motivation is either
Oh, he's
good or
looking at
bad.
the positive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's
no,
looking
yeah,
at the
it's either
positive.
good or bad.
Okay.
Is it the
Are you-
motivating factor in your
Yeah,
life?
it is.
Fear could be, and love
Can
should
be.
be what it really is.
But
You,
it just
I can't
depends.
express. Think about it. We just had a whole segment about
No,
I can't
that's-
express to my wife. It's based off fear.
Yeah.
That's-
It ain't off love. It's off fear.
Or you bite your tongue because of fear.
Fear. It ain't love. It's
Your head
fear.
knocked between
Yeah,
the eyes.
it's-
Is your
Right.
relationship dynamic based off of fear?
It shouldn't be.
Your communication,
Most
the way
of
you
it-
talk,
most-
is
most
based
are.
off fear.
Most are, and then a very small percentage of it is not. Because you can have somebody be like, yo, I don't give a fuck either way because
I'm about to tell the truth.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got
some people
something
like
to say.
that.
Yeah.
Some people like, yo, they'll be like, you love me. You be like, look, I love you. But at the end of the day, like, I don't care if you stay or if you go.
I don't care.
Or,
Oh, that's
like, no, it's not that. It's the, you don't fear it. It's the love of it.
Oh, you
like,
talking about them dudes that just keep on cheating? They're like, she ain't going nowhere. I don't care. Are you talking about like that?
I thought he was talking about like me being here is off love. If you don't want to be here,
Yeah.
then I love you. I can love you from afar.
Yeah.
I can love you from a distance.
yeah.
But I'm
fear,
not.
the fear of you leaving is not going to determine.
My action is based off
Yeah,
how I
my-
feel about
yeah.
you.
That's
So
what it
like,
is.
if you leave, it's on you. But I'm not. I'm only here out of love. I'm not running after you because I fear losing you.
Mm.
I love you.
Yeah.
But I'm still gonna love that. You know how some people can be happy for somebody that they're not with.
That ain't me.
Oh,
she never happy. It's like, no. I don't got, I don't
But
hate no-
sometimes
I don't
fear
hate
can just
nobody.
be a tactic of like for motivation. Sometimes I feel like God used fear sometimes to get us right. His love don't always feel good because
Because sometimes you got to pull
like
you back
parents,
and
yeah,
propel you forward.
yeah. Because sometimes
He
you
need
get
to sit
whipped
you
on,
down.
boy. It's like, whew, but it's out of love.
You know
I
what's crazy?
guess.
This is called like, a lot of people do this. I deny me because I love you, but sometimes your love can be misplaced. I've seen people that love a marriage but don't love their spouse. They love the idea of being married, saying I have a husband, but they really don't love their husband.
They just like the idea and the perception of it.
Mhm.
Yes,
I got my
they're
stuff together.
committed to the relationship.
Right. Because it looks good on paper.
Mhm.
It
How
looks
miserable
good.
that is.
Oh, it'd be so miserable.
Hey,
man.
people do
That's
this shit all the
miserable.
time.
But
'Cause then
because
not
I
only do it
love the
look good-
approval of others,
Ugh.
I get past the fact that
Or
I
this
really
is
don't.
what
do
you're
And
it.
I
supposed
really don't
to
even
do.
like
Like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
another thing too. It's like, oh, I'm supposed to be doing this.
Yeah.
Right, that's
Oh,
the
yeah.
one.
You over 30, you're supposed to have a husband and some kids. It's like, bro, that ain't my
I
life.
guess I'm a failure in life then.
But I'm saying, but that's the stuff that people say.
Yeah,
And
that
it's just
is,
like,
that
how they
is,
gonna
yeah.
put their stuff on you?
How
Yeah.
about this though?
But
It ain't even like sometimes that is more of you need to work on you. Sometimes you can miss it because I can be a good father, and that could be why you fell in love with me. That is dumb too.
Mm.
Yeah.
I can look good, and that's why you fell in love with me.
Stupid.
That is stupid too.
Your daddy and
Yeah.
your mama.
I
ain't
like
that.
the way you're financially stable.
Yeah.
What?
Them shits ain't gonna know. Them shits ain't gonna.
You
last.
know what?
It ain't.
You know what? Your trauma can highlight a person.
Mm,
I've seen people trade monster for monster.
right.
No, he don't hit you, but he verbally abuse you.
Same thing.
Same, yeah.
You got another monster.
Right. Just different form.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But you know who the problem is? Them. You
Yeah.
picked them.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
picked them.
But because think about it. If I'm getting my ass whooped and he don't put his hands on me, he works. Like some people like stability. He works. He
Mhm.
take care of the house, but he belittles me. His good qualities elevate, and it makes you not pay attention to that other part too.
Right.
I would tell women out there, if you want to find a good man, first do what you always been doing. Build your perfect one.
Right.
And then take away what you can live without. Like break down the percentages. Like how good of a communicator I need him to be. how much money do he really have to make? Build you a perfect man, and you, because there's no such thing, and then take away some from it that
Like
you know you can live without, or even if he don't have it, you can help build.
Right. I can help him.
Because you
create it.
shouldn't lose everything that you want from a man, because this is your life partner.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't have to settle with your life partner, but you have to be reasonable too.
And realistic.
Realist.
There you go. Right. So if you build a perfect man, then start breaking them down to what, just look at what areas I can help.
But that's also comes with, you have to be aware of yourself too.
There you go.
Because
gotta be
you
self-aware.
know,
Yes.
because then you know the things that you lack that you would want from a partner.
Yeah, because if I struggle with money, ain't no need to get a motherfucker that struggle with money.
Y'all
Or-
gonna be two broke fools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You need to,
You need a.
But that's how you should build your man around your weaknesses.
Mhm.
Oh.
I heard it.
What, you remember
Yep.
last time we was
Yep.
talking about this?
Every time we break it up.
Right.
Y'all know.
You gotta-
Y'all about to do it again. Watch this.
Hold up. But is that not dealing with somebody that's kind of different from you in a sense? If you spend money and she saves money,
No,
y'all
I
get matched.
no. What y'all did was I took a bad quality.
That's what we was talking about.
No. I'm talking about I took two people with the bad quality. I said you find somebody similar to you that can elevate your weaknesses. Meaning all the good
but
shit
it's-
in you.
But
Like
it's-
if, say for instance, if we doing this again.
If
If I'm a
he ain't
saver
gonna give it to us.
and
No,
you a
we know
spender,
right?
the shit won't work. But if like
but
say
you
if I'm
just said
say,
that with the money, but you just use different terms.
He did.
no, y'all missed it
See?
again. Johnny cocking y'all again. I ain't about to do it again though, because it's just a point. It's pointless.
Okay, we just gonna say you don't have to
we're gonna
admit it.
agree
You
to
don't have to
disagree.
admit it. You don't
Yo,
have to admit
we're
it.
gonna
All
agree
right,
to
now let's go back. Let's go to
We
this
heard
one.
you though.
What is? Y'all want to take that L and just leave it there. All right. Has any sacrifices ever been beneficial in your life?
Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure.
Mhm.
For sure. 100%.
There's a time where you can highlight your partner, like when like some sacrifices are beneficial, when you actually break it down.
Yeah.
Like not going here, not doing this, prioritizing certain things. You're like, damn. Like you and I'm one of them people that don't even like to admit how right my wife be
Right.
a lot of times. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot. That's crazy.
Especially when your wife don't never admit shit she wrong.
They ain't never wrong.
Yeah.
They just didn't hear you the first time.
But that goes into also making sure your partner feel appreciated as well. Like when you make those sacrifices and then you feel appreciated, they don't even feel like I did like a sacrifice was made.
Right.
I'd be happy to.
All right, now what is it? Anything that you shouldn't sacrifice in a relationship?
Oh, yes.
Yourself.
Your
Mhm.
principles,
Yourself,
your
your
values,
morals,
your
values.
morals. You should never.
What about your
Ever.
dreams?
It depends on who you are.
It depends.
It
And
does
what your
depend,
dream
but
and
it's
wh-
tough.
And what
Yeah.
your
And
dreams
what the
are too.
dream
It's tough.
is.
'Cause
But
if you
this
still
is your
trying to be a
life.
rapper,
Right.
This is your dream. This is your life.
It
I
depends.
mean, this is the thing with dreams. And when you have a family, you have to make sure you're handling your business and your household is straight. Then you can work towards your dream. But if you're not handling your business and your household is straight and you want to work on your dream, then yeah, buddy, you need to sacrifice the dream. You need to get the house in order first. Your house got to, before you do anything, first your house need to be in order.
And sometimes your dreams just might not be your dreams. Like
They
I
are
feel-
your
no,
dreams.
no, because it's
It might be a
Yo, that ain't really
because
your
here's
shit,
the
cuz.
thing. Here's the thing. You can say you want to do certain things, and it's like might be a passion of yours, but it just might not be your thing.
Man, but,
Yeah.
All right,
You
but
can dream
that's
about
the thing.
I see motherfuckers
Look
working
at
out all
all
the
these people
time.
want to be
I
rappers.
dream to be a singer.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
something
Yeah.
like a
Mouth
rapper
and
or
shut
something like
your
that.
ass up. No,
No,
because
what-
your dreams changed when you was a kid. What you said when you wanted to be when you was younger?
I don't know.
Pastor.
You said, well, you know.
Yeah, urban pastor.
Yeah. I can't believe I said this shit, too.
Urban
I did
Dictionary.
that.
Street pastor.
Yeah. But not like it's definitely ain't my dream no more. But it's just you telling somebody that has an expiration date on life one day that they should not chase their dream is fucking wild.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
they're crazy.
It depends on what it
Reality.
is.
Because
It depends on what it
Sex,
is. Though.
It shouldn't
Yeah.
matter.
If it
Yeah.
has something that's tangible,
What's
like-
tangible?
like something that
Can-
has an
can you
order to it, like
think
you
about-
can
think
work
about it.
towards
If
it. Like,
think about this, like just You know, yeah, what's that rap? Pundle. What if
Um,
that was your man?
Designer.
I'm telling you, baby,
yeah.
this going nigga, you need to cut that bullshit out.
He got
See,
lucky.
the talent don't
Don't
match
say
the
got
dream.
nothing. He ain't got no talent.
That's what I'm saying. You
But
people
he
have
took-
dreams
he
that
went-
don't
he made
have
a
the
hit.
talent.
He made it.
He made a hit with no talent. One hit wonder. Set for life.
Maybe like two.
Can tour off that shit all his life.
Bruh. He got bread from it.
Huh?
He got
Yeah.
bread from it.
Got bread from it.
So
But if he was your man and it didn't work after 5 years, he was still a little bit Pundle. And you like,
Yeah,
nah.
I'm about to go.
Let
I'm
it
about to
go.
go. Tyler Perry done made like 10 movies about this.
Yeah,
Like-
like
Yeah,
acrimony.
Yeah, the dude that was driving the trucks and his
Mhm.
company ended up getting big and
Yeah.
the pursuit of happiness, but it ain't a Tyler Perry movie.
So do you tell a person to
No.
give them on your dream?
that's people that
I don't think
they,
you should.
yeah, you shouldn't. Because
It
like,
depends
who's to
on-
say when it's gonna happen?
It depends on, is it stopping anything in the relationship though?
But what if it has
That's
to
right.
in order to?
I would
How-
say the best thing you can do is, okay, your dream, yes, we can go for it, but we also have responsibility.
That's
Yeah,
right.
So
that's
now
what
we
I'm
got
saying.
we got
Like,
we got to
okay.
fit our responsibility
Yeah.
around your dream.
Like
Yeah.
you can't
Yeah,
be broke
so-
and like I was trying to be a rapper.
I can't
and-
take my rent money and go to the studio.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, like stuff like that. I can't respect
Yeah.
it.
Going
But
to
if
the
you're
extreme.
if you're actively still pursuing your dreams and you're taking care of everything you're supposed to,
That's
never
right.
stop chasing your dreams. Do it till
That's
the day you
right.
die.
Yeah.
But if your responsibilities is taking a hit because you are pursuing something that's not valid at this time, you either need to get out of the relationship and just take care of your dreams. But if it's gonna fall at the house and you out here trying to be a rapper, no, I can't respect it.
You got to reevaluate them dreams, though.
Right.
Yeah.
But I understand get rich or die
That
trying.
motherfucker said, yo,
I
it ain't
understand,
really your
give
dream.
me-
It's not.
Don't
It's
talk to
not.
me like that. Yo,
'Cause
that ain't your dream.
I wouldn't say that to him, but like at the same time, it's like sometimes you want something and it's just not for
It's
you.
not in your.
And
it's not in
sometimes
your-
Like
you
if
have
somebody
to-
come up in here about like 600 pounds and be like, "Oh, I want to be like a swimsuit model,"
wanna
and it's
be a
gonna be
trainer.
like, "Oh yeah,"
It
you
can
gonna look at
Well,
him
I
like,
don't know what
it
today's
can
climate
happen.
is. It can happen.
It
If
can
if it's a
happen.
possibility,
It-
who are you to say that ain't his possibility?
point
But
is
sometimes
You
you,
can't-
gotta recreate your dream.
The kid
Sometimes
asking
your
to be
you
a
original
man.
can't
dream-
now put your own shit on my dream.
Sometimes your original dream, your original plan, don't like. When I was growing up, I wanted to be a teacher. That was my dream. Well, it didn't happen that way, but I'm still teaching in a different way. It's just in a
Mhm.
different way, but it's
That's
not how
it
my
usually
original
happen.
dream.
Reevaluating your dream.
Exactly.
Let
Because
me ask you
sometimes
something.
people get led in different ways. Like somebody want to be a singer or somebody want to be a rapper, and they keep on doing it. They get around the right person. Then it's like, you know what? You should be a ghostwriter for somebody
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
now
yeah.
you love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that could
Right.
that
You
could be-
dream.
Make money.
Because your
Yeah.
dream could lead you to
Still
your
part
purpose.
of like
That's
what
right.
you,
Yeah.
But but people will say give up. Do y'all know what age Colonel Sanders was where he created?
61.
65.
Did he create?
KFC.
Hmm.
I know his wife. Like, if you don't sit your old ass down.
Trying to
Still
keep
in
on trying to make that
recipes?
stupid ass chicken.
And now his legacy.
Didn't he steal that recipe?
Yeah.
I don't know if he
Yeah.
stole
I
it.
think he
Yeah,
did.
Yeah.
he
But-
stole it. He,
but-
From a
he
black
all he had to
man
do was
woman.
go to.
Yeah, he
But-
stole
But-
it.
He said,
At
I mean, he stole it.
65
man.
years old, your ass supposed to be watching the birds, according to people.
Yeah.
Enjoying the golden
been the
years.
whole-
Not
He
out here trying to make a
created a
restaurant.
legacy that his generation of his family is set for how long KFC lasts.
Forever.
But you know what I'm saying?
This
That's
is
kind of
Africa.
crazy. Like at 65, he had a dream to do something,
Samuel
moved
Jackson.
on it. Now his generation, the people behind him, is just being fed.
Samuel Jackson.
But I'm sure it was progress. He was showing progress, with each recipe or
What's
whatever.
progress?
It
He's
was progress.
65.
What's progress though?
Meaning,
He closer to the grave than his damn dream.
meaning you getting, you see the progress of you chasing your dream. You
We
see
don't
you
know.
getting closer and closer.
We don't know the next day or the day that they was on. Because think about it, you could try something 350
Yeah.
times.
I think it's
380
like
times.
1,000 times for the light bulb.
Right. Like you don't know how
But it might have
long-
got brighter and brighter and brighter each time until it just was just right.
If your man was out there 1,000 times trying to get a damn light bulb together,
Yeah, I mean,
now
get your stupid ass in this house.
I see now exactly what y'all gonna do.
Yes.
And now we gonna still be, and the future us is still obeyed by fire, campfires and shit. We ain't got no electricity.
at all.
Because the motherfucker said,
Right.
nigga, that's 900 times those stupid.
Get in here.
And every time you get in an argument, you gonna bring this shit up.
Right. Oh, you see, you outside with that stupid ass light again. Come on, man. I'm just working on
Well,
my
I wouldn't
dreams.
care as long as our household is straight. As long
Yeah.
as the house straight, I'll be fine.
Well, this concludes another episode of Me and My Big Mouth podcast. I deny me because I love you. You should have that real conversation with your partner, your spouse, the one that you say, I love you and I do. Follow Big Mouth, follow Me and My Big Mouth on all streaming platforms. Go ahead and subscribe to this YouTube channel and go get you some merch from bigmouthbrand.com. And do you have anything?
No, just follow me on Instagram at _Jess_Michelle_.
Hey, I'm good. Everybody have a good one.
All right. You can follow me at Raheem Cousin Speaks, and you can also follow my podcast at The Marriage Experience Podcast.
I'm Jess, and let's celebrate Pride Disability Month, where people are taking pride in their disability.
And I am out.
Middle finger to the world. Such chaos. Seems like the government that had a fucking seance. Neighbor versus neighbor. Don't care about your flavor. Dave Chappelle said, please, just don't hate us. Boys speak free, must got that fuck you paper. Nah, I'm a king, rather die cavalier than a Laker. Way too smart to wait on muse and some acres. Now they using verbal whips to break us. Watching the oppressor come oppress us. Cause niggas don't believe in your endeavors. We ain't stopping your rights, then it's whatever. What happened to a difference of opinion from two different beings? Are we all just minions? Sticks and stones break bones, but words would never hurt me. So when you say I can't say something, it really hurts me. The F word, the R word, the N word. Hold up, bitch. I'm not in third. I'm a grown man. So if I feel it, I'ma say it. I don't need a certain group to okay it. I'm real lifetime with this, don't arcade it. Don't understand shit I'm saying, then replay it. My cup is running over with this bullshit. And even more lies is coming from the pulpit. Asking if God really would approve this. Born here, but I feel like a tourist. Middle finger to the world. When they come for me, just give me excuse to be who I wanna be. Niggas is some on the beat, scared to tell the truth. And middle finger up to the council culture too. Middle finger to the world. When they come for me, just give me excuse to be who I wanna be. Niggas is some on the beat, scared to tell the truth. And middle finger up to the council culture too. Middle finger to the world.